Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Welcome, Bluffton Tiger football fans, as the Tigers enter the last week of the regular season, and they will take on the Lima Central Catholic Thunderbirds. Is a Thunderbird a real bird? Is that an actual bird, or
not that I know of?
Okay, so that's kind of a made-up,
like
image.
A mystical bird.
A mystical bird. Okay. Well, they weren't very mystical against Woodland because they took on Woodland and they knocked off Woodland. And
maybe that was mystical.
And Woodland tonight is going to be fighting for the ACAC sectional crown as they take on Adams Central. Tigers tonight will be fighting. Well, I guess this will make them 500 if they can win tonight.
If they can win tonight, they will be 500 for the year.
And so it's a big game. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a game coming off of a tough game, kind of a rebound game. And this is kind of one of those test of character games.
Absolutely.
That you come off a game where they had 7 turnovers against Adams Central, and tonight you just want to play well. I mean, you just want to make some positive things happen. You want to stay healthy and kind of get yourself some momentum moving in the next week. And obviously, if you can pull off a W here, that would be great, and you end up with a winning season. But I'm not so sure that the W is as important as just doing some good things on the football field.
I agree. They just have to do some positive stuff. They need to prove to themselves they can control the football, not turn it over, run some positive plays, and just and especially not get hurt.
And not get hurt.
That they need everybody healthy for next week going into sectional.
So I'm Scott Mentor, Sim Kipfer alongside of me, David Reif up on the camera tonight. We want to thank David especially for chipping in as we've gone through a slew of camera guys this year.
Almost as many camera guys as the Tigers have went through punters.
We started off with Marcus Morgan. Marcus did a great job. But work hours got into the way of him getting here on Friday nights, so we kind of drug Scott Baker. He's typically my color guy on the basketball games, and so he agreed to help us out. But he had some conflicts depending on the weekend. And so David typically gets a text about either a Thursday night is typically about the time frame going, oh my gosh, help. We're going to pause for the national anthem. All right, let's bring you the starting lineups for the Tigers. Here's your starting 11. The quarterback's going to be number 11, Gavin King. Brandon Lockwood will be in the back. And your wideouts are going to be Adam Bumgardner, Reed Wenger, and Nick Huffer. Blake Kaiser will be your tight end. And across the line is going to be Zach Cummins, Andre Hughes, Nick Sprankles, Jaden Stepp, and Noah Frederick. Those are your Tigers offensively. And because Sim has mastered all of these Lima Central Catholic names, I'm going to let him give you the Lima Central Thunderbirds defense.
All right, in defense, one of the defensive backs will be number 4, Rossi Moore.
David's arriving.
Linebacker will be number 5, Michael Reipenhoff. Another defensive back will be number 9, Ron Banks. Another defensive back will be number 16, Darius Hairston. The 4th defensive back will be number 22, Braden Odell. Linebacker, Nakiah Williams. Another linebacker, Matthew Hyder. Defensive line will be number 50, Connor Boker. Number 58, Austin Campbell. Number 73, Micah Pearson. And I'm missing one of them. Oh, there it is. Number 59, Sammy Santaguida.
We got a little bit of an announcement tonight, and it's not something that I'm particularly happy about, but I want to make all of you aware. For tournament coverage, we have to pay fees to the IHSAA to cover the ball games. This year, the IHSAA increased their fees by a tad 400%. And as of right, well, the rest of the story is that amount of increase was just too much that an organization our size can really absorb. So we contacted the IHSAA. We said, hey, look, what can we do? We really can't afford this. We have literally been doing sectional games on air for a decade now. And the IHSAA told us, hey, put this proposal together. Let us know, a lump sum that you'd be willing to pay us in order for you to cover, sectionals across all of our sports for the entire year. We did that. We drafted a proposal for them. I can tell you it was a 4-figure proposal, and the first number was not a 1. And the IHSAA, as of 10 o'clock this morning, has rejected our proposal. And as of right now, unless we find some other way to finance sectional coverage, we will not be here next week for the sectional game. And that, again, that'll be the first time in literally a decade that we will not be on the air covering sectional games for this community. And we have really worked hard to try to represent all 3 schools in the county. Unlike when the radio station was on the air and they had to pick one game of the week, we have 3 crews. We have crews in other parts of other counties out doing games, and we've tried to be fair to all the schools, tried to make sure they get coverage. And we could pick and choose. We could probably afford to do one, but that's not really fair to the other schools. And so Sim didn't even know this before we went on air.
I'm a little shocked.
And again, I'm kind of heartbroken over it. I mean, this has been a season I really was looking forward to, the sectional game, and maybe something happens over the next 7 days, but as of right now, literally, we just don't have the financial resources to carry these games. And just to give you some context, they are charging us basically the same fees that they are charging TV stations to cover a game. So if Wayne TV were to come down here and cover the game, the IHSA is charging us the same fee that they would charge those TV stations. And it's just, a 400% increase is just financially just not possible. And again, just to kind of continue that story, when we started, the fees between now and today have gone up tenfold. That's how fast the fees have gotten from the IHSAA to cover these events. So it's unfortunate. Again, maybe there's a small chance someone steps forward and kind of helps us out financially, but as of right now, this will be the final game of our broadcast season. And it's hard, Sim, because it's not the end of the season.
No, you're
right?
absolutely
I mean, the coach is going to come up here. We're going to have a conversation about tonight's game. He's going to be looking forward to next week, and we're not going to be looking forward to next week. And typically we would talk about the seniors and kind of what they meant to the team, and I can't have that conversation with Coach tonight because it's not time for him to have that conversation.
Absolutely.
And I'm not going to be here next week, and maybe even the weeks beyond that, should they continue to advance, to have that conversation. And that's one of the conversations, even though it's the end of those students' career in that sport, that you want to have.
Yep.
Because you get to talk about how much they mean to the coach, how much the coach means to the students, and how much they've contributed to the program. And it's something that's pretty emotional for me, and it's sad for me to bring you this news. But I don't want people thinking and expecting that this game is going to be on the air and then come up Friday not finding it. So if something changes, of course, continue to go on to wellscountyvoice.com, and we'll keep you updated. But as of right now, and more than likely, this will be the final game of this season for football. And it looks like it's probably going to be the same message as we move into basketball season, that we will only be on the air for regular season games. So we apologize for that. Hope you understand. And we will, if there's anything in our power we can do to change that, we certainly will. But tonight we've got a football game going on, and the Tigers will kick off. And you talked about how many punters we've had. I think we've had equally number of kickers, Caden Gerber being one of them. 3 receivers deep for Lima Central Catholic. And cowbell's out, and we are underway, and they'll line drive this kick to the 20. Picked up at the 20 to the 25. He gets to the outside, 25-30, 35-40. Still on his feet, 40, 50. One man to beat, 25-20, and just tripped up inside the 20 near the 15. And a big run back by Ron Banks. And we told you this Lima Central Catholic team was going to be good, and they don't waste any time. They take the opening kick inside the 20 to about the 17, and that's where they'll open things up. Tigers defense with their backs against the wall on the first offensive set of the night. Quarterback is Brendan Stoley, and we remember that name from last year. He'll have a couple receivers stacked on the right side, and they'll pitch out wide to the tailback, and he's brought down. That's Logan Schultz.
Logan Schultz on the carry for Lima Central, gain of about 5 yards. Tackle on the play by the Tigers, number 59, Andre Hughes, will be second down and
let's give them 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
14-yard line.
Braden Odell wide on the near side. Schultz in the backfield. They'll put it in the hands of Schultz, and he'll fight for a first down, and he's going to be close. It might be just a bit short. Number 3, Sean Thomas, a freshman, also out there at one of the skill positions. Number 5, Michael Reipenhoff will line up tight. And now they'll bring in Banks on the 3rd and short situation. Kind of a wing right. They'll put him in motion. And hand off to number 3. He'll take it in the end zone touchdown. That's Sean Thomas. And Lima Central with a quick score. Here in the first quarter, it's 6-0. So 6-0, and they'll come out, assuming for an extra point. Ron Banks pretty much does it all, it looks like. He is the kicker, the extra point kicker, the punt returner.
And one of the kickoff return guys.
And one of the kick return guys. Snap the hold, the kick is up, and kick is no good. And at 10:32 here in the first quarter, Lima Central strikes first. We'll be right back.
Reed's Do It Best Hardware and Gift Shop is so much more than a hardware store. They have a newly expanded housewares department. They carry Melissa and Doug toys, Yankee candles, and Willow Tree collectibles. Think of Reed's Gift Shop year-round for baby gifts, birthday, anniversary, showers, and for those everyday items you need to pick up. Men, you can get your hardware supplies and a gift for the woman in your life all in one stop. Reed's Do It Best Hardware and Gift Shop, open 7 days a week on Highway 1 North in Bluffton. We appreciate your business.
6-0 Thunderbirds. Tigers yet to touch the football. So, you know, just thinking about other games this time of the year, and we've had some pretty cold nights tonight. It is shorts and...
Yeah, I almost wish I'd have put shorts on tonight. It's a little warm up here in the press box. But it's supposed to be 52 overnight tonight. So I think
what's it supposed to be tomorrow? Is it warming up?
80.
80. All right. Sounds like I'll be doing yard work. Banks will kick it off And fielded at the 10. 15-20. Looking for some blocking up front. Squeaks through and gets to the 35.
It's Cody Middlestead. He's sort of the last few games he's moved back there with.
Well, I kind of like that. Let Coach give him some touches here late in the season.
They have Bumgartner and, back here they have the seniors back there, so they need to give someone else a little bit of experience.
That gives him a little experience going into the next year where I'm sure he's going to get a lot more touches out of that backfield. Let's see what the Tigers offense can do. They're down by 6. They'll bring out triplets on the near side. And King's going to keep it. He'll try to turn the corner, and ball pops out and picked up. And it's going to be Lima Central Catholic football. And boy, it went from last week with 7 turnovers, and we talked about this in the pregame show. Want to try to clean that up, but first offensive set, first play, and a fumble turns it over.
First and 10, ball on the 32-yard line.
Yeah, that's not a good start for the Tigers.
Boy, they got some big linemen out there. Holy smokes.
I was watching them warm up, and they look more like a college team than a high school team.
We'll give you some stats here on some of these linemen here in just a minute. And Stoley back to pass, going for it all. The man has a step, but a little bit overthrown. Ethan Truex tips in at 5'10", 276. 276.
276, yeah.
Brings up second down and 10 for Lima Central. Ball on the 32-yard line.
They've got another guy who's a freshman. He's 5'10", 287, but he's not listed as a starter.
Now you look at that starting offensive line, they go 218, 221, 218, 197,
yeah, he's
and
skinny.
276.
And this is Thomas on the carry. He'll pick up 5. It's going to be 3rd and 5. I'm not sure how long this contract is for the Tigers to play Lima Central. We're in their 3rd year. Double wing set, Twins on the near side. Thomas in motion, and they'll give it to Thomas. He'll turn the corner. Tigers trying to get him out of bounds. And they do. It's going to be short of the first down. Let's make it 4th and 2.
Tackle on the play by number 28 for the Tigers, Adam Bumgarner.
Bumgarner on the tackle.
Brings up 4th down and 2 for Lima Central.
So see if the defense can stiffen here. Number 5, that's Ripenhoff, wide on the near side. And they'll keep it on the ground, and I think the Tigers stopped them.
Yep.
Nicely done. Look at Coach Morgan. Coach Morgan ran about 20 yards downfield.
Yep,
10 yards into the field. Nicely done by the Tigers defense, and see if that can pump some momentum into the offense.
Tigers take over on downs, 1st and 10, ball on the 23-yard line.
So a turnover on downs, and the Tigers will start their 2nd offensive set from the 22. Wenger and Bumgarner wide on the near side. Huffer, and I'm assuming that's Kaiser up top. And King again, and he's going to lose a yard. Pretty much the same play they started off with on the last set. So it's going to be 2nd down and 11.
For the Tigers. Ball on the 22-yard line.
So 2nd and 11. Seems like it's taken a longer amount of time to get the play called in tonight. Does it seem like
I've
that?
noticed that too. It looks like they're not starting as quick as they do a lot of times. So
Twins either side, they'll put a man in motion. That's Kaiser. And Oh, no, King
King kept it.
So Gavin King has run the ball 3 straight plays. He'll pick up 2. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. Santa Guida. Is it Guida or Guida?
Santa Guida.
Santa Guida. So 3rd down and 9. King's going to drop back, pressure on, breaks away from the pressure, will pull it down, and he may pick it up.
It's going to be close.
It is going to be close. And I think they're going to give it to him.
Ran out of bounds by number 29, Nakia Williams for Lima
Yep.
Central.
First down, Tigers.
That's a nice scramble by King.
Another Bluffton Tiger.
So 4 plays, and we've had King run all
King,
4.
all 4 plays.
Now, if that had been Lockwood, we could understand running Lockwood 4 plays in a row.
All right, here we go. First down, Tigers. Ball on the 33. Triplets on the near side. Lockwood in the backfield. And this time, King will keep it himself.
Gavin King on the keeper for the Tigers. Gain of a couple yards.
He's going to be wore out before the end of the first quarter.
By Lima Central's number 36.
We'll give him a yard. 2nd down and 9.
He's 2nd down and 9 for the Tigers. Ball on the 34-yard line.
You know, some coaches kind of script the first number of plays. I don't know whether Bluffton does that, but I wonder if Gavin's kind of thinking, really, Coach?
Really?
You
want me to
me
run
up
again?
And they dial him up one more time.
Gavin King on the keeper for the Tigers. Gain of 3 yards on the play. Run out of bounds.
And it's going to be
Number
3rd
22,
down
Drake
and
Odell,
6.
Central. Brings up 3rd down and 6 for the Tigers.
I mean, Coach Kunkel's standing right there beside the guys calling the plays in. He's calling the plays.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 6. Gavin King, the workhorse right now. And he will drop back the pass. And he'll let it go, and incomplete. Boy, almost.
Gavin King's pass intended for Reed Winger is incomplete.
Number 16 right there, Darius Hairston.
Number 16 for Lima Central, Darius Hairston.
Looking for Wenger.
Brings up 4th down
And 4th down, Tigers will punt it away.
7-yard line. Into kick for the Tigers, number 7, Nick Huffer. Back deep for Lima Central, number 3, Sean Thomas. Number 9, Ron Banks.
Thomas and Banks back deep for the punt. Huffer gets it off. Pressure put on by Lima Central. It's going to take a nice Tiger bounce. And they will let it roll. And it will stop at the 16.
It was a nice punt.
Under a little bit of pressure, too.
Yeah, that looked like it was almost blocked from our vantage point.
Again, beautiful night for football in the middle of October. Senior night. Seniors getting honored before the game.
We'll see if the defense can make another good stand here.
Stoley behind center, double wing. Thomas in motion. And Thomas breaks into the secondary. He could be gone. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Lima Central. Thomas is going to take it 84 yards for a touchdown.
Good for 82 yards and a Lima Central touchdown.
Yeah, he cut there around that corner, and once he made that corner, he was off to the races.
He looked like a back that used to be here at Bluffton a couple years ago.
Yes, he did.
As soon as he breaks into the secondary, nobody's going to catch him.
The extra point kick is number 2, Brendan Stolley.
So Stolly will hold for Banks.
The kicker for the extra point for Lima Central's Ron Banks.
12-0. A big kick return and a big rush, and they will keep it for 2 on pitch out. And he will. No, he does not find the pylon. No good. Stoley tries to pitch it out to Banks. No good, and with 6:16 to go in the first, we'll take a break.
It's estimated that 1 in 4 children has a vision-related condition that can affect learning. Your child's vision can make a big difference in academic performance. Annual exams are recommended to rule out vision problems that may interfere with your child's vision, development, and academic performance. Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care can detect any vision problems your child may have, which can then be promptly treated. Our optometrists provide the expert care, advice, and the follow-up you need to look and feel your best by combining experience and expertise with the latest technology.
To look and feel your best, visit Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care, 105 West Harvest Road in Bluffton. Call 824-3424. That's 824-3424. Or online at BlufftonFamilyEyeCare.com.
Welcome back to WellsCountyBoys.com. Tigers down by a couple of touchdowns. They'll have 3 receivers deep. Middlestead, Lockwood, and Bumgardner. They'll drive it right down the middle of Lockwood. 10, 20, 30, and he's tripped up as he crosses the 30.
Brandon Lockwood on the return for the Tigers brings the ball back up over the 30-yard line.
The Tigers with 1 first down tonight, courtesy of a scramble by Gavin King.
The 1st and 10, Tigers ball on the 33-yard line.
It's been, offensively, it's been pretty much all Gavin King. Gavin 0 for 1 in the air. Triplets on the near side. They'll put Lockwood in motion, and they'll find Lockwood on the little swing pass, and where he kind of runs into a defender.
It looked like he might have ran into the back of Winger.
Well, and that's kind of where the ball was from. And I'm not sure if Reed was in the wrong place or whether the route was run wrong. Or
it looked like maybe they ran it a little too deep, and I think Reed was right where he needed to be.
I think Gavin led him a little bit too much.
Maybe.
And Brandon had to go and get it.
Yeah.
So a completed pass, but they'll only pick up a yard. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. Bumgardner in motion, and they'll give it to Lockwood. Follows his blockers, gets across the 40, 1st down, still on his feet, 50, running hard, 45 into Lima Central Catholic territory. Brandon Lockwood with a big gain. Nice job by the line.
Tackle on the play by Lima Central's number 36, Matthew Hyder. That play results in another Bluffton Tiger.
Yeah, Brandon was able to get right in behind his blocker there and just sort of follow him down the field.
Did a nice job. So 1st and 10, Bluffton. Inside Lima Central Catholic territory. Sitting on the 44. Lockwood straight ahead. And we'll pick up about 4. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. Now they're going to give him 3. 2nd and 7.
Tackle on the play by number 25, Logan Schultz for Lima Central. The 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers. Ball on the
Tigers down by a couple scores here in the first. 5 minutes and counting. King will hand it off to Lockwood. He's going to be met in the backfield for a loss.
Brandon Lockwood on the carry for the Tigers. Loss of a couple yards on the play.
Logan Schultz.
Man, he flew in from a linebacker position.
That's a big guys out there, man. Like a Pearson. Looks like a basketball player standing out there.
Yeah, 6'2", 196.
3rd down and 9.
It's definitely not the size of any high school team we've ran up against this year.
Look at him, how wide he sets up on the line. Nice job by King getting out of the way. It's going to be picked off.
Well, that's coming back. They're going to call late hit on the quarterback.
Number 5 still on his feet. And he'll finally get pushed out of bounds, but flag is on the play.
Yeah, they caught Pearson shoving King right in the back after he threw the ball right in front of the line judge.
Close to the 40-yard line, but we do have a flag.
He forgot. Of course, he forgot about the mic, so maybe he'll get it on the second call.
Doesn't look like it. Oh, here we go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, right on it, Sim. Yeah. Roughing the passer.
I was watching King getting ready to throw it, and I saw Pearson barreling down on him, and it's like, oh, he's not going to stop. You were talking about how wide he was standing out there, and he went all the way out around, and when King cut in front of him, he just turned around and just kept coming.
29-yard line.
You see that in some offensive or some professional sets now. They kind of call it a wide 9, and they put those ends really wide. And their job is just to get around that tackle as fast as possible. Lockwood on the left side, and not much.
For the Tigers. Little gain on the play.
Give him a yard. 2nd down and 9. Ball on the 29.
Santa Guida. 2nd down and 9 for the Tigers. Ball on the 28-yard line.
Triplets on the far side. And King's going to keep it himself and throws it into the flats. Kaiser needs to get away from the first defender and can't.
King's pass is complete to Blake Kaiser.
Short gain of a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 8.
Coverage on the play by McNeil Williams, number 29 for Lima Central.
It's a little different play. I haven't really seen that. It's kind of an option-looking play.
Roll out and
just kind of tossed it into the flats.
As I was watching that play develop, if he'd had time to give a little pump fake, and Kaiser, that'd have brought that defender up, and Kaiser could have went right past him.
Right,
there was nobody.
It's a good observation. Pressure on, throwing down the middle, and that's going to be picked off. Now Gavin threw it into the crowd.
Brings the ball up close to the 25-yard line.
Second turnover for the Tigers. Coach going to talk it over with his quarterback.
The 1st and 10, Lima Central. Ball on the 28-yard line.
So 1st and 10, Thunderbirds. And Stoley's going to drop back, looking deep, has a man open and just overthrew him, looking for 22. Odell has beaten the Tigers' defensive backs twice now, but Stoley has just overthrown him. That'd be 2nd and 10.
The Tigers was number 28, Adam Bumgardner. The 2nd down and 10, Lima Central. Ball on the 28.
Bumgardner defending. Ripenhoff wide on the near side. And handoff inside, and boy, with head down, running hard. Schultz on the carry. Pick up a 6. It's going to be 3rd down and 4, so a big 3rd down here.
Tackle on the play by number 52 for the Tigers, Jaden Stepp.
Step on the tackle.
For Lima Central, ball on the 34-yard line.
So 3rd and 4. And a pitch out. And Schultz cuts it inside. He's going to pick up the first down and a bit more. So that'll move the sticks. They're inside the 40. So about the 42. Buck 35 left to go. 12-0 Thunderbirds.
Tigers number 59, Andre Hughes. Be 1st and 10, Lima Central, ball on the 42-yard line.
And they're going to spread it out here. 4 receiver sets, single back. And they'll throw it in the flats. And 9. And Colton Moore is going to bring him down. That is Banks. And a flag on the play.
Gain of almost 15 yards on the play.
Well, it was kind of a late flag. Did you see that over there, Sim?
Well, I wasn't sure. I can't believe they were calling him for a late hit out of bounds because he sort of rode him out of bounds.
Incidental face mask on the defense. 5-yard penalty, and on the end of the run.
So an incidental face mask. Tack on 5.
After the penalty, it'll be 1st down and 10, Lima Central.
So 1st and 10, Lima Central. 1:06 left in the first quarter.
That's something you don't see a whole lot as an incidental face mask call. So
you don't see that very often. They stack it up tight on the near side. And kind of a counter inside. And Sean Thomas with a big pickup, close to the first down. Short by a yard, it'll be 2nd down and 1.
The 2nd down and 1 for Lima Central, ball on the 28-yard line.
Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Stoley under center. They'll put a man in motion. And flag on the play will blow it dead.
That'll back them up 5.
So false start offense. And then I'll make it 2nd down and 6.
It'll be 2nd down and 6, Lima Central, ball on the 32-yard line.
Tigers will have Bremen next week for their opening sectional game. It is here. And Schultz running over tacklers. Brought down, but not before he picks up the first. And we got a Tiger down. And 6 seconds left. Looks like they'll let the quarter run out. 12-0 Lima Central. We'll take a break.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com. We talked about this a little bit in a pregame show. Next week, the Tigers will be at home for their sectional game. At this point, we will not be covering that sectional game, and that is due to a 400% increase in the fees that the IHSA charges us to cover these games, just kind of pricing us out of the market. So at this point, this will be the last game of our football season. Stoley drops back and finds number 22, but immediately brought down. That is Odell. Short gain, pick up a 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. So we're pretty disheartened about that. We made some offers to the IHSA to try to kind of work our way around it, but they were rejected. Schultz inside. The Tigers will limit him to about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. And just to give you some perspective of the commitment that we made to this community to bring you tournament coverage, our offer to the IHSAA was 4 figures, and the first number was not 1. I'm not going to reveal the exact amount, but it was, we felt, very fair and very substantial. And the answer we got from the IHSAA was it was not in their best interest to accept the offer. Pass into the flats, and that is going to be taken into the end zone for a touchdown by Sean Thomas. 3rd score for the Thunderbirds. And it's 18-0 at the 10:50 mark. We'd kind of expected maybe a little bit more clarification as to why they didn't like our offer, but
they just flat out turned it down.
They just said it wasn't, they didn't feel it was in their best interest. And
that really surprises me.
Again, we try to always cover all 3 schools. Banks will come in for the extra point. They tried to fake this last time and go for 2. This time they will kick it, and he will punch it through. Extra point is good. We'll be back.
A new adventure awaits. Above the clouds, beneath the waves, among the rocks, powered by the light around us, each moment of time is precious. Go higher, deeper, further. Pursue your dreams. Powered by light, any light never needs a battery. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com. Just kind of finishing up that thought. Again, looks like next week we will not be here. And Sima, I've tried to remember when the last time we've had a sectional at home. And I really can't remember the last time that we had a sectional at home.
Well, last year we didn't. We went out in the first round last year. 2 years ago, our second game was here. We played away the first game.
Okay.
And then we were back here and got beat at home.
But we've been to Woodland. We've been to East Side. We've been to Eastern. We have not been here very often.
Not very often. Usually it's second round that we're here if we win the first round.
Which is kind of how it's set up. I mean, it's pretty difficult to get back-to-back home games. And Lockwood will return this to about the 32-33 yard line. And Brandon coming up with a little.
That's not a good sign.
Wrap him in bubble wrap and give him a week to rest up. So again, it was a 400% increase, and I don't want to spend too much time talking about this, but we could afford to do a game, but because our commitment has always been to cover all 3 schools, we don't want to pick and choose which game to do. We want to be fair to the community, and we felt like the fairest decision was just to sit it out. So it's possible something else happens in the meantime. And bumps to the outside. This is Everett Johnson on the carry. So Everett, with Brandon Lockwood getting a rest, takes advantage of it, and he picks up a Bluffton Tiger first down.
Almost looked like a horse collar there, but it wasn't called. I think Coach Kunkel was questioning that a little bit.
First and 10 for the Tigers, ball on the 49-yard line.
Brandon getting a little bit of attention on the sideline. And first and 10 Tigers. Everett Johnson behind Gavin King. And Johnson with a nice first down pick up 4 to be second down and 6.
Tackled by Lima Central's number 50.
And Everett hobbling a little bit.
The second down and 6 for the Tigers. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Bluffton down by 3 scores. 19-0. Twins either side. Kaiser in motion, and they'll give it to Kaiser. Kaiser cuts it short, and he's going to pick up 1.
Tackled by number 59, Sammy Santabrita for Lima Central. Brings up third down and 5.
And Kaiser's sort of hobbling a little bit. Eh?
Third down and 5. Kind of a neat looking skyline right now out in front of us. Looking for Huffer. It's complete. Nice pass by Gavin King. Banks right there defending Huffer, but a good thrown ball by Gavin King. And a Bluffton Tiger.
First down.
First down is right. Tigers into Thunderbird territory for the second time tonight. And first and 10 from the 35. Wenger, Bumgarner, and Kaiser up top. Huffer. And now Everett Johnson will move into the slot down low. King will pull it down, and he's going to be sacked.
Gavin King on the keeper.
Gets sacked by Pearson.
By number 73 for Lima Central, Micah Pearson.
And Boker falls on him just to add
Second down and 12 for the Tigers. Ball on the 37-yard line.
a little more toughness to the play. So it's going to be second down and 12. Johnson met immediately at the line of scrimmage. He will fall forward and almost get back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to set up third down and 11.
Number 58 for Lima Central, Austin Campbell. The third down and 11 for the Tigers. Ball on the 36-yard line.
Well, Lockwood trotting around on the sideline. That's a good sign.
Yeah, it is.
Third down and 11. King drops back, steps up, throws, and it's picked off. Is that 22? Boy, he's
Odell,
quick. He's down the far sideline, and he's got a blocker in front of him, and nobody's going to catch him. A pick 6.
Gavin King's pass is intercepted by Lima Central's number 22, Braden Odell.
Odell.
And brought back 90 yards for
well, the Tigers have limited Odell offensively.
But not defensively.
But he picked that one off and took off like a rocket. And just like that, it's 25-0. That is turnover number 3, if I'm keeping count. 2 interceptions and a fumble.
Brendan Stolley, the kicker is Ron Banks.
And Banks will come on for the extra point. And that's good. Just sneaks in the upright.
Extra point for Lima Central is good.
And we will be back.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Get the $6.99 any deal at your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton.
Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com. Scott Menser, Sim Kiffer, David Reif on the camera tonight. We want to thank David for helping us out tonight. Hey, David, you up there? You listening in?
Sure am.
All right. David's doing a great job. And I said earlier that David typically gets a text from me about Thursday, panicked. And he has not failed us yet, so we appreciate it. As we've gone through a couple of camera guys, and I think David's last text to me was, "I got your back," and
there you go.
And that felt really good, David. Thank you very much.
Hey, no problem.
Right down the middle, fielded at the 10, 15-20, and dropped it to 25.
Adam Bumgardner brings the
Bumgardner on the return.
up for the Tigers, close to the 25-yard line.
There's a good sign. Lockwood's going out. So
Darius Harrison. The first and 10 for the Tigers. Ball to 26.
So first and 10, Bluffton, 6:40 to go in the half, 26-0 Thunderbirds. So twins either side for the Tigers. Kaiser in motion. King will pull it down and keep it himself, and he's going to lose.
Yeah, he slid and then he got hit. So
Flags on the play.
And it's probably going to be a late hit here.
Yeah.
Pretty good crowd over there for Lima Central Catholic.
It is.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, leading with the head. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. The result, the first down.
So leading with the head. Yeah, for as far as they had to drive
it's a
to
pretty
come
good,
over, that's a pretty good
showing.
crowd. Because it'll be a late night when they get home tonight.
As we well know. And King, looks like that was kind of an option play, and he opted to keep it himself.
No gain on the play.
No gain. It'll be second down and 10.
Tackle on the play by Lima Central's number 50, Connor Boker. Brings up second down and 10 for the Tigers. Ball to 38-yard line.
So second and 10 after the Gavin King run. Lockwood has not gotten a lot of carries tonight. He does get this carry, and not much for Brandon.
Brandon Lockwood on the carry for the Tigers. Gain of a couple yards on the
Gets
play.
it to about the 40. And it's going to be third down and 8.
Yeah, for a typical Bluffton first half, Lockwood hasn't touched the ball
He
much.
has not touched it very much. No, he hasn't. And looking downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. Not a bad drawn up play. Actually, Adam had kind of sat down in an opening in the middle of the field, and Gavin, I think, rushed it a little bit and threw it behind him.
Yeah, it was zone coverage, by the Thunderbirds, and Adam did. He found a little seam in that zone.
For the Tigers. Number 3, Sean Thomas.
So Huffer will punt it away, and I wouldn't let either one of these guys touch the football. I would be angling this thing out of bounds, and not a great snap, and fair catch called by Thomas. And Thunderbird football with 5:05 to go.
First down and 10.
Well, Sim, my Philadelphia Eagles are 5-1.
I I was afraid to say anything for fear I might jinx it.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid to even say anything myself, but
I heard that on the news this morning as I was driving to Angola, and I thought, man, you've got to be pretty happy this year.
I am pretty happy.
Carson Wentz is playing really good football.
He is. And going deep, they've got Odell, completes. And ball was a little bit overthrown, not allowing them to catch it in stride, and good thing for the Tigers, because it's going to be first down from the 25.
Gain of over 40 yards on the play.
Well, I can definitely see how they give Woodland a run.
Yeah, all kinds of, yeah. Now, it wasn't a blowout. I mean,
it
was very
it was
tight.
a tough game, but I can see why.
So first and 10 from the 25, and Stoller going to throw it into the flats. And that is Thomas. Pick up a 5. So, yeah, but I'm a Philadelphia fan, as those who have listened to my broadcast over the years probably know. And the Eagles are 5-1, and they're starting quarterbacks, Carson Wentz. And I got a new puppy 4 weeks ago, and I named him Wentz. And Wentz is undefeated.
Oh, he is?
Well, yeah. I mean, ever since he came on board, the Eagles have not lost.
Oh, okay.
So
they lost their first game of the year.
Well, they went 1-1. So now they're 5-1.
Okay.
So 4 straight wins for my puppy.
For your puppy. There you go. You got that. You got Wentz.
Next time that we talk, well, I probably will have lost, and all this will be for naught. But for right now, I'm going with it.
Hey, you might as well. With the puppy doing well, is it?
Well, puppy's doing pretty good. He is a puppy, and there are puppy issues.
There's Odell, carry by Odell.
Down to the 10.
For Lima Central on the carry. Gain of 7 yards on the play. Tackle on the play for the Tigers by number 32, Brandon Lockwood.
And that may set up first and goal.
The first and goal for Lima Central.
For the Thunderbirds. So up 26-0. Lima Central threatening again. First and goal from the 10. Schultz running over defenders. Touchdown. Thunderbirds.
Logan Schultz on the carry for Lima Central. Good for 10 yards and a touchdown.
So with 2:52 to go, 32-0, pending the extra point. And the Thunderbirds showing no sign of slowing down.
Brendan Stolley in to hold for Lima Central, and Ron Banks will
Banks in again for another extra point attempt. I still can't get over the kicker for Adams Central last week. What was her name? Sprunger? Was it a Sprunger?
Sprunger.
Bailey?
Bailey Sprunger.
Sprunger. And the kick is up, and kick is good. 33-0 Lima Central. We'll take a break.
Welcome to the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look, but old-fashioned integrity.
Welcome back. 2 minutes, 52 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. 33-0.
Lima Central's number 9, Ron Banks. Back deep for the Tigers is number 24, Cody Middlestead. Number 88, Blake Kaiser. Number 28, Adam Bumgardner.
This week I took my daughter out to Umi's.
Oh.
And for those of you in Bluffton who used to patronize TW Fables, Tercel, who opened Fables. This kickoff's going to be fielded at the 15, 20, 25. Tigers will start just across the 30.
Cody Middlestead brings the kick
So
back
Tercel,
up to the
who
past
the
30-yard
T in
line.
TW Fables, I think the W is his middle
Yeah,
name. I don't know what his middle name is. But Tercel, who started TW Fables, has left TW Fables and is now at Umi's, which is right on Jefferson Boulevard in Fort Wayne.
Right at Getz Road.
And I tell you what, I have been there. I think I've been there 4 times now. I've had something different every time, and it has all been fabulous.
I've been there once, and I was very impressed.
So if you want to try something, it's kind of it is a sushi restaurant, but they've got a little bit of everything. So if you're not a sushi lover, and they are not a sponsor, so this is a free plug for Tercel. Lockwood, nice first down carry. I'm sure Brandon is dying to break something loose here.
Yes, I'm sure he is.
Gain of over 6 yards on the play.
Pick up a 6, second down and 4.
Tackle on the play by number 59 for Lima Central, Sammy Santaguida.
And I've taken my daughter and my son, and neither one of them have ever really eaten sushi, but they both ate sushi,
Oh, nice.
and they both enjoyed it.
Good.
So there you go. If you've never had sushi, there's a little testament. Lockwood again on that left side. He's going to be short of the first down. He'll bring up third down at about 2.
Tackle on the play by Lima Central's number 36, Matthew Hyder.
No, they're going to give him the first down.
Forward progress. I didn't think he quite made it that far.
Either
But
the
we'll take
sticks
it.
were deceiving or the placement was deceiving. But we'll take it.
Down and 10 for the Tigers, ball on the 42-yard line.
Tigers have got into Lima Central Catholic territory twice tonight. Kaiser sidesteps the tackler inside Thunderbird territory.
It's another first down.
45, yep, for another Bluffton Tiger first down.
Rossi Moore for Lima Central.
So the Tigers with a little bit of a threat here.
Plays another Bluffton Tiger. The first and 10 for the Tigers, ball on the 46-yard line.
Nice big crowd here tonight for the Tigers.
Yeah, it is. I noticed that when I came and parked tonight, that the parking lot was filling up fast.
And King with a deep drop. Going long and complete. Reed Wenger, touchdown, Tigers. Boy, I tell you what, Gavin has had a couple picks tonight, but that was a pretty nicely thrown football.
That ball was in the air a long time, too. You know, I was concerned, they were taking their time getting the plays in. I go, man, there's only a minute 20 left in the half.
Right.
Now I'm going, man, maybe they left too much time on the clock.
Exactly. And the Tigers will go for 2. And King drops back. Going to float it into the corner and incomplete. Extra point is no good, but the Tigers are on the scoreboard. And we've got the replay of that after this quick commercial.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Get the $6.99 any deal at your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton.
So the ACAC championship game effectively is being played tonight, and the Adams Central Flying Jets are up on the Woodland Warriors 10-7 right now. I want to thank the Bluffton stat crew for passing that along. I don't know, what do you think, Sim? If you would have had to call that game, how would you have called that?
Sean Thomas, number.
Who would I pick to
Yeah,
win
who
the
would you
Adams
have picked?
Central Woodland? I think I would have. After watching both teams play, I really think Adams Central had a good chance of beating.
Well, they certainly. We played quite a bit worse against the Jets than we did against the Warriors. I mean, no question about that.
I mean, that Jets football team, they're a good football team.
They are a good football team. Caden Gerber with a squib kick. Bounces around and out of bounds.
Caden Gerber's kick goes out of bounds.
So, will they take the penalty or ask us to re-kick?
Kickoff out of bounds on a kicking team. Receiving team is elected to have it at the 35.
They will take it at the 35. And I'm quite okay with that.
Yeah, no kidding. You keep the ball out of those two guys' hands.
You got some guys who can run. So 1st and 10, Lima Central, 1:03 left in the half. And Stoley's going to line up in the shotgun, and they're not going to just run this half out, it looks like.
No, I don't think so.
Stoley's going downfield and off the fingertips of Banks.
Stoley's pass intended for Ron Banks is incomplete. Coverage on the play by the Tigers.
Ron Banks used to be a Chicago Cub.
You're absolutely right.
Making sure I got my baseball history right.
And the Cubs moved on last night. I tried to watch that baseball game, but couldn't quite make it all the way to the end. It went way too late for me.
Yes, the Cubbies continue to march on. Mr. Vanderkolk certainly pumped about that. The Phillies are coming. A couple more years. Colton Moore on the tackle. Thomas on the carry. It's going to be.
And now we got a late flag.
Where did that flag come from?
I think number 59 and number 33 got into a little bit of a pushing match late.
And this looks to go against Bluffton. It's bad news when the ref with the football is facing you.
Defense. 15-yard penalty. Results in a first down.
That will move the football to the Bluffton 48 with 45 seconds to go.
After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 10, Lima Central.
So 1st and 10 Thunderbirds. And they will stay in the shotgun. Stoley has been under center and in the shotgun. He pumps, fakes, and going towards the sideline. And it's going to be incomplete.
Brendan Stoley's pass falls incomplete.
Corbin Fry over there defending that pass. 2nd down and 10 with 30 seconds left.
Thomas coverage on the play by number 40 for the Tigers. Corbin Fry brings up 2nd down and 10 for Lima Central. Ball on the
So 33-6. We'll have the replay of the Gavin King touchdown pass here as soon as this offensive set finishes up. Stoley pumps, gets out of the way, some pressure. And picked off. And that is Cody Middlestead.
That young
and
man.
That's why
really
you play the tip drill right there.
That's right.
Over the 40-yard line.
Well, I was slow on the trigger on the replay, so I think I got it. Well, no. I may have the very end of it. So we'll get a look at that as well.
So we'll have 15 seconds.
The 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
See what the Tigers want to do with this 15 seconds.
You know, with the arm that King has, he can get it down there a long ways.
Well, no, we've had a pick 6 already tonight, though. I'm just saying.
Well, he's definitely not going to kneel it.
5 receiver set. They'll rush 3. And with a 3-man rush, King will be sacked. And that will run out the first half.
Gavin King is sacked on the play by Lima Central's
So at the end of the first half, it's Thunderbirds 33, Tigers 6. We will take a little bit of a break, come back with some stats and some highlights of the first half. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look, but old-fashioned integrity.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Get the $6.99 any deal at your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton.
A new adventure awaits. Above the clouds, beneath the waves, among the rocks, powered by the light around us, each moment of time is precious. Go higher, deeper, further. Pursue your dreams. Powered by light. Any light never needs a battery. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice in Northern Indiana. Just like filling a medication prescription from your doctors, you have the right to choose who provides your physical therapy, and IPT accepts all insurance coverage. With extended hours, we are open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and offer same-day appointments. We have 17 conveniently located clinics with 7 in Fort Wayne and 1 each in Angola, Auburn, Bluffton, Columbia City, Goshen, Huntington, Kendallville, New Haven, and Warsaw. Contact Indiana Physical Therapy to start your therapy today. We will get you back to work, play, and life. Celebrating 29 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit indianapt.com.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
I had a Bluffton band out on the field. You can enjoy watching them as we give you some halftime stats. Well, all Lima Central for pretty much for the bulk of the first half. It started off, the opening kickoff. They took it down deep into Tiger territory, setting up on their own 17. 3 plays later, it was 6-0. Sean Thomas carry. And then they got the ball back. They started on their own 17. One play, 83 yards. Sean Thomas again. Extra point again was no good. It was 12-0. Longest drive of the game, at least play-wise, was a 9-play, 72-yard drive. Brendan Stoley found Sean Thomas for his third touchdown of the night. The extra point was good, and it was 19-0 at the 10:50 mark. Gavin King had a pass intercepted by Braden Odell. He took it back 90 yards. The extra point was good, and it was 26-0. And then a Logan Schultz carry completed a 5-play, 66-yard drive. And at the 2:52 mark, it was 33-0. Tigers get on the board. A Gavin King completion to Reed Winger from 46 yards out. Extra point attempt was no good, and we'll take a look at that here in just a minute. So let's look at that King touchdown pass. Really well thrown ball. And as we've talked about, Gavin from the pocket can throw a nice ball. It's a deep drop. And he lays it out, and boy, in a perfect spot. A couple defenders on Wenger, but in a spot only Reed could pull it in. Touchdown Tigers. And you know, given kind of the adversity that Gavin's had kind of carrying over from that Adams Central game into this game where he's had a couple picks, to be able to drop back and throw a 46-yard strike like that shows that he still has confidence in his arm and his receivers as a nicely thrown ball. And the Tigers get on the board. They will stop another Thunderbird drive on an interception, and we've got the tail end of that. So let's go ahead and roll that. And it's picked off by Middlestead, and he will start at the 20 and finish up near the 40. So Cody Middlestead, who's getting a lot of time out there right now on the field, and that's going to set himself up well for next year. So
yeah, you can see Middlestead and Johnson are going to be the workhorses for next year. You can already see that starting.
Yep. And they'll have, obviously, big shoes to fill with Adam and Brandon.
Both of them being gone.
So Tigers do pick up a touchdown in the first half. It's 33-6. Let's go over some other stats. Some of these stats are a little closer than you might expect. Both teams with 9 first downs. Rushing tonight, Tigers 21 carries for 65 yards. Thunderbirds, boy, over 10 yards a carry right now for Lima Central Catholic. 16 carries for 172 yards. Passing pretty close right now. Tigers 5 for 9 for 68. Lima Central 5 for 10 for 77. The difference is Gavin King has thrown 2 picks, and one of them was brought back for a touchdown. Tigers have fumbled once tonight. Time of possession, Bluffton actually leads in time of possession 14 minutes to 9, or to 10 approximately. And the penalties tonight, Tigers 1 for, well, that's not right. Tigers have had more than 1 penalty because they had a personal foul call.
Personal foul, but I think that's the only one.
That's how it 1 for 5 yards. I don't think that's quite accurate. Receiving tonight, Reed Wenger, the touchdown pass, 1 for 46. Blake Kaiser, 2 for 12. Nick Hupper, 1 for 9. Lockwood, 1 for 1. On the ground, Brandon Lockwood, 7 for 36. But we have not seen many 36-yard halves for Brandon Lockwood.
Or 7 carries.
Everett Johnson, 3 for 24. Gavin King, 10 carries for 4 yards. Defensively tonight, Andre Hughes leads the way with 2 tackles, 4 assists. Everett Johnson, 2 tackles with 2 assists. And that's what your first half looks like for the Bluffton Tigers. Again, the bandana on the field. So Tigers get on the scoreboard. We talked about staying healthy, limiting the turnovers coming from last week. They do have 3 turnovers, but they do get on the board. And they've turned back this Thunderbird squad a couple of times. They've got into the Thunderbird territory a couple of times, but just one score to show for. And 33-6 is your score. Other games tonight, the Norwell crew is up at Columbia City. Southern Wells crew not in activity tonight because they are at South Adams.
Of course.
So Jeff Crasium got shipped out to New Haven. He's doing a New Haven game. Leo crew also in action tonight. And if you're catching us late and you've missed it, as of right now, we are not doing sectionals. First time in a decade, we will not be doing sectional coverage. So we apologize for that. If you've got questions, you're welcome to email us. Just go online to wellscountyvoice.com and click on the Contact Us page, and we can give you more details if you are so interested. We'd be happy to talk to you over the phone about it. But right now, as it stands, this will be the last week of football for the Voice Sports Network here in Wells County. So with that, we're going to take a time out. Thank a few sponsors. Thank you for joining us. Scott Metzer, Sim Kipper, David Reif on the camera tonight. And we appreciate David filling in. We'll be back.
At Bluffton Family Eye Care, our optometrists provide more than routine family eye care. Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry are also specially trained to provide advanced treatment for eye infections, dry eyes, eye allergies, foreign body removal, and eye injuries. There are many treatments available for these eye health issues, and a treatment plan will be recommended based on your specific needs. To ensure healthy eyes and your best possible vision, our optometrists combine experience and expertise with the latest technology. They provide the expert care, advice, and the follow-up you need to look and feel your best.
To look and feel your best, visit Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care, 105 West Harvest Road in Bluffton. Call 824-3424. That's 824-3424, or online at BlufftonFamilyEyeCare.com.
Stephan Financial Group, located at 110 West Cherry Street in Bluffton, Indiana, says please give us a call and let's make a convenient appointment for you. Do you have questions about retirement, Social Security, long-term care, all your insurance needs? Give us a call at 260-824-8175, where one of our own office staff will take your call. Stephan Financial Group, 110 West Cherry, Bluffton, Indiana, 260-824-8175. Securities, insurance products, and investment services offered through Thurston Springer, Miller, Hurd, and Tytech Incorporated, a registered broker-dealer, member FINRA and SIPC, SEC-registered investment advisory firm, and Indiana Insurance Agency. Stephan Financial Group is not affiliated with Thurston Springer.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice in Northern Indiana. Just like filling a medication prescription from your doctors, you have the right to choose who provides your physical therapy, and IPT accepts all insurance coverage. With extended hours, we are open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and offer same-day appointments. We have 17 conveniently located clinics, with 7 in Fort Wayne and 1 each in Angola, Auburn, Bluffton, Columbia City, Goshen, Huntington, Kendallville, New Haven, and Warsaw. Contact Indiana Physical Therapy to start your therapy today. We will get you back to work, play, and life. Celebrating 29 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit indianapt.com.
Welcome back. Just kind of following up on the sectional game next week. Again, at this point, we are not covering that game, but it is a home game, so come to the stadium and watch the Tigers take on the Bremen. I think it's the Bremen Lions is their mascot. It is a 7:30 start, so obviously feel free to get here at regular time, but you might be sitting around for another 30 minutes longer.
Well, they can sit and watch the players warm up.
Yep, watch the players warm up. So 7:30 start next week. The Tigers take on Bremen. I think Norwell is also at home. They're taking on Belmont. Southern Wells, I don't know if they are at home or not. They are taking on Eastside. That's going to be a really tough game for Southern Wells. Eastside is a good-looking ball club. Let me just check to see where that Southern Wells game is.
So Eastside dropped down a
They dropped
class
down
then.
a class, yeah. Because they used to be in the Bluffton sectional. That is at Eastside. So Southern Wells will be at Eastside. So if you want to catch that Raider game, you'll have to make the trip up to DeKalb County. Again, the Raiders at South Adams tonight. We don't have that game because we're not permitted to broadcast from South Adams. And I'm pretty sure Norwell is at home. Let me just check that real quick for everybody. Yes, they are at home, and they will be taking on Belmont. The Knights lost to Belmont 21-7 earlier this year. And let's just give you as much information as we can about Bremen. Bremen is also 4-4. They play a bunch of teams that nobody will recognize. They're taking on the Culver Academy tonight. And I think we looked at this last week, Sim, and from a Sagarin standpoint, they were the second-ranked team in the sectional, behind Woodland, obviously.
But there wasn't a lot of difference in the middle
Yeah,
four
there's a few teams kind of clumped together.
Or maybe the middle three teams.
So, yeah, here's how that shakes out. Woodland comes in. These are Sagarin ratings now. Woodland comes in at 70. Bremen 49. Central Noble 44. Bluffton 34. So they will be probably 2-touchdown underdogs against Bremen. They've got a little bit stronger schedule according to the Sagarin ratings. Yeah, it's the bottom four where it really drops off. Manchester, who the Tigers beat earlier this year, they're number 5. Then you've got Prairie Heights at 16, Wabash at 10. Whitco, who was I think 2 last week, has now fallen to 1.
Oh my!
You can get negative numbers.
Yeah,
in
I've never quite figured that
Madison
out.
Grant now.
How you get? I mean, you can't score negative points. So,
well. Yeah, well, we got one here that's negative 15, so you can get pretty negative. There's a negative 24 for you.
Really?
So let's Southern Wells in their sectional. Adams Central is in that group. So, boy, look at the top 4 in that group.
Oh, wow.
59, 58, 54, 52, 49, 48. That's your top 6. And then the Raiders at 10 and Fremont at -8.
Wow. That sectional
is a tough
toss-up.
That's a tough sectional right there. Last check, I don't know if anybody's got an update on that Adams Central game. Jets were up 10-7, I think was the score.
Which means Bailey Sprunger has come into play already.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly right. That's a good point, Sim. I tell you what, she can boom the ball. And what, she checked in at like 5'1", 100 pounds or something like that?
Maybe 5'5". But, yeah, 100 pounds is all she was.
$17-7 now, right now. Jets up by 10. 10:45 in the third. So that score's got to be a little bit of a shocker right now.
Yeah,
up by 10.
That'll probably boost that Sagarin rating for Adams Central if they can knock Woodland off tonight. that would definitely make them probably favorites in that sectional grouping.
(33-6) here as we get ready for third quarter action. Tigers will open up the second half with the football.
Back deep for the Tigers, number 88, Blake Kaiser, number 19, Jamonte McCary, and number 24, Cody Middlestad.
Cody Middlestad is going to be the primary deep guy right now, as they'll keep Brandon Lockwood on the sideline. Kaiser on the return, and Kaiser gets it out near the 40. Nice return by Blake Kaiser.
Up close to the 40-yard line. Tackled by Lima Central's
So see if the Tigers can start off strong here.
The first and 10 for the Tigers on the 40-yard line.
And we're going to see some Colton Moore on offense here, Sim.
Kaiser come off the field limping there. And
looks like we're going to see some different guys here in the second half.
45 is over there.
It's Reese Johnson.
Reese Johnson, that's right.
Johnston. The Tigers come out with twins either side, and it's Johnston in motion. They'll pitch it out to Lockwood, and nobody was fooled on that play.
No.
Lockwood on the carry for the Tigers. Loss of 3 yards on the play.
He's going to lose 4. It's going to be second down and 14.
Tackle on the play by Lima Central's Nakia Williams, number 29. The second down and 14 for the Tigers. Ball on the 30.
Lima Central, they were deep in the
Tiger
backfield.
And that's one that Gavin really has to recognize that and just eat it.
Yeah, just go down. Because that's dangerous. You know, they get a hand on that, knock that ball away. It's a fumble.
And King drops back. He's got pressure. He's rolling and going deep downfield, and this ball is going to be picked off. Number 4 on the pick, brought down by number 4, Colton Moore. And Rossi Moore, a 6'1 freshman.
Back up to the 47-yard line.
And a Tiger turnover will give the ball back to Lima Central Catholic at the 10:58 mark.
Eligible member of the offense downfield. That penalty will be declined. First down.
So an illegal man downfield for the Tigers, and
you have to wonder
imagine
if maybe
they turned that down.
You have to wonder if maybe that wasn't set up originally as a screen. And it wasn't there, and with King scrambling, one of those linemen got a little too far downfield.
Could be. So first and 10, Thunderbirds. They've run a bunch of different formations tonight. This is Schultz, and the Tigers will gobble him up with a short gain. 2-yard gain, second down and 8.
Tackle on the play by Tigers, number 57, Levi Boots. Brings up second down and 8 for
Levi Boots on the tackle.
49-yard line.
So second down and 8. And into the flats on the far side, complete. And boy, he just flew by
that acceleration.
The Tiger defender. Reed Wenger was out there. Looked like he was in good position, but boy, as soon as he got his hands on that football, he just accelerated by the Tiger defense. It's going to be first and 10, Lima Central.
First and 10 for Lima Central, on the 38-yard line.
So first down for the Thunderbirds. And Schultz inside. Hard to bring down, but they finally do. They'll pick up 2, second down and 8.
Tackle on the play by the Tigers, Everett Johnson.
He just keeps those feet moving.
Yeah, he's a big
hard
back.
to bring down.
5'10", 192, senior. Second down and 8. 5 receivers set, and they're going to hand off to Banks in motion, and he gets into the secondary. 1 man to beat, cuts inside. Touchdown, Thunderbirds.
Ron Banks on the carry for
Ron Banks.
Results in a 38-yard gain and a Lima Central
From 38 yards out. And Lima Central on the board again here early in the third, as they take advantage of the Tiger turnover.
The holder for Lima Central, the kicker is Ron Banks to attempt the extra.
And Ron Banks gets a chance to add 1 more as he attempts the extra point. Good snap, hold, kick is up, and a flag.
Flag on the play.
Motion holding on the offense. That's something you don't see much on an extra point.
Boy, you sure don't. It was thrown by kind of the back judge. Why didn't
it was thrown by the umpire or the referee,
and
from way back.
From way back. I mean,
Holding. On kicking team. 10-yard penalty. Will re-kick.
So I wonder if they'll actually kick. Looks like it. They haven't changed any personnel yet. That'll.
Well, we'll see what kind of leg
Yeah.
Mr. Banks has. This would be a 30-yard field goal.
Are they blue at home?
And it is no good. No good, a little bit short.
It's about a 28-yard field goal.
And with 9:24 left to go in the third quarter, we'll be back. It's 39-6.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe free should mean free. Not kind of free. Completely free. That's exactly what our free and easy checking account is. Free of fees, free of hassles, free of catches. You also get a free Visa check card, free online banking, free mobile banking, free telephone banking, free text and email alerts, and free e-statements. You get all this when you sign up for free and easy checking from First Bank of Bern. It's that simple. First Bank of Bern. Member FDIC.
Ron Banks to kick for Lima Central. Back deep for the Tigers.
Welcome back. 39-6 as the Thunderbirds continue to rack up the points here tonight. Cody Middlestead will be deep, along with Jamonte McCary and Blake Kaiser. Banks will kick it off. And Middlestead bobbles it a couple times, picks up around the 5, and gets it back out to the 10.
Cody Middlestead on the return for the Tigers up.
That's one that Cody probably wants to let go into the end zone.
Yeah, he tried to catch that one up pretty high, and it probably would have bounced into the end zone.
Tackle on the play by number 73, Micah Pearson for Lima Central.
So Bluffton is pinned deep.
The first and 10 for the Tigers, ball on the 10-yard line.
And it looks like we're going to see Colton Moore in the quarterback spot, Sim. Yes, we are. So triplets on the near side. Colton Moore is your new Tiger quarterback. And, boy, breaks it into the secondary is Brandon Lockwood.
Brandon Lockwood on the carry for the Tigers.
Out past the 25 for a Bluffton Tiger.
First down.
First down is right.
50, Connor Boker for Lima Central. That play results in another Bluffton Tiger. The first and 10 for the Tigers. Ball on the 26-yard line.
Looks, yeah, King's taking his pads off there. I wonder if he got injured.
And Moore will bring down the high snap, and Lockwood on the carry for a short gain. Give a yard, second down and 9.
Michael J. Riepenhofer. The second down and 9 for the Tigers. Ball on the 27-yard line.
Brandon did not want to come out of that play. Did you see that? He was he was trying to send Everett back to the sideline.
You just go back. Yeah, Brandon did not want to come off the field. He's not happy.
And Colton Moore is going to pull it down. And splits a couple of defenders, falls forward, and crosses the 30 to about the 32. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Back on the play by number 73 for Lima Central, Micah Pearson.
So Brandon got a quick drink.
Be 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers. Ball on the 31-yard line.
Everett Johnson, the lone back. And Moore, boy, it looked like Blake got hit a little early on that play.
Yeah, I'm not sure the ball was past him. He was going head first into the turf.
Down 5 for the Tigers. Ball on the 31-yard line. And to kick for the Tigers, Nick Huffer, number 7.
So Nick Huffer will punt the ball away. 7:22 left to go.
And like you said earlier, I think you angle this one to the sideline. Keep it away from these guys.
Fair catch called by Banks.
Nick Huffer's kick is recovered by number 9, Ron Banks. At the 44-yard line will be 1st and 10, Lima Central.
$39-6. Schultz on the carry.
Logan Schultz on the carry for Lima Central.
We'll pick up a 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Tackle on the play by number 52 for the Tigers, Jaden Stepp.
Well, again, Tigers
Second down and 5 for Lima Central.
will be at home. 7:30 start next week against Bremen. Put a man in motion and close to the first down. Number 29 on the carry.
Carries by number 29.
Nakaya Williams.
Gain of 3 yards on the play. Tackled by.
As coach starting to sub some other guys in.
Jaden Stepp. Be 3rd down and 1 for Lima Central. Ball on the 47-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down and 1. Inside handoff, and Schultz will pick up the first down. That'll stop the clock to move the chains.
Tackle on the play by
And they'll mark the football at the Bluffton 42.
The 1st and 10 for Lima Central. Ball on the 42-yard line.
So 1st and 10 Thunderbirds. Little counter. Nobody fooled on that play. Sean Thomas, who's had several touchdowns tonight, is going to lose ground on that play.
Second down and 12 for Lima Central. Ball on the 40.
Going to be 2nd and 12. Well, this Lima Central squad has been everything and more of what we expected. Stoley drops back and going for the deep strike. Lockwood stride for stride with Thomas.
For Sean Thomas, incomplete coverage on the play by Brandon Lockwood for the Tigers, number 32.
Yeah, Lockwood was right there. He wasn't open.
Down and 12 for Lima Central. Ball still on the
Brandon might have even had a play on the ball if he could have turned his head maybe and caught that ball in the air.
I agree. I don't think he knew where the ball was in the air to get turned around. And a flag on the play.
Flags on the play.
Looks like the receiver on this side started a little early.
After the penalty, it'll be 3rd down and 17 for Lima Central. Ball on the 49-yard line.
Stoley rolling left, pumps, now throws again. Tigers with a chance to pick this off, and just off the fingertips of Brandon Lockwood.
Number 5, Michael J. Riepenhoff, is incomplete.
Now, Stoley was under a little bit of pressure that time. Tigers got a little pressure there in the backfield.
32, Brandon Lockwood.
Is this their first punt tonight?
Number 19, Jamonte
I believe so.
Darius Hairston will come in to punt the ball away.
Back deep to receive for the Tigers, Brandon Lockwood.
Nice high punt. Holy smokes. I think it's kind of a lateral roll. And the Tigers will start about the 19 with 4:05 to go in the 3rd.
Doing the punting for Lima Central was number 16, Darius Hairston.
I'm trying to find Gavin on the.
He pulled his pads and jersey off. He's standing there in a white T-shirt with a towel on his head. The trainer was working with him for quite a while, so something must have got tweaked.
So Colton Moore, hands off. Lockwood short to no gain.
No gain on the play. Tackle on the play by Lima Central's number 59, Sammy Santaguida. The 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers.
And 2nd down and 10. Play clock at 5. Tigers get the play off. A little dangerous throw into the flats, but Kaiser will pull it down and fall down near the 25.
Colt Moore's pass to Blake Kaiser's complete. Gain of 5 yards on the play.
The Thunderbirds have kind of been right on those.
Yeah, they sure have. Haven't been fooled at all.
24-yard line.
You have that slot receiver there is putting that first block on. He's got to be careful he doesn't put that on too quick or you get an offensive pass interference.
And Moore drops back and picked off.
Colt Moore's pass intended for Reed Winger's tip.
Looking for Winger.
By Lima Central's number 22.
It's Braden Odell's second pick tonight. Last time he took it to the house. This time they'll have it at the 17. (39-6), 3:07 to go.
The first and 10 for Lima Central, ball on the 18-yard line.
Pitch out to Banks. And he will cut it in. A flag on the play.
Yep, they're going to get Lima Central on that one.
Needs to double check it, I guess.
He's the one that threw the flag, though. You think
yeah,
he would know what it called?
Right. Just making sure you got my back here, I guess.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, 15-yard penalty, the down counts, 7 down.
Well, the Bluffton crowd with a little bit of subtle sarcasm about the number of calls being made.
19 for Lima Central, ball on the 26-yard line.
Yeah, I was talking about the Eagles game last night and talking about penalties. The Eagles, I think, got called for 12 penalties for almost, it was like 130 yards in penalties. And Carolina got called for one penalty for 1 yard.
For 1 yard.
And Thomas with another score.
So obviously that penalty had to be right at the goal line.
Right. Right. So there was a few Philadelphia fans who were kind of questioning the officiating crew.
But what, Wentz had over 300 yards passing?
No, I think he had like 250 yards, but he threw 3 touchdowns, didn't have an interception. So I'll take that.
Doing much better than the Colts, so.
Yeah, how are the Colts doing?
Yeah, not well. They've won a couple.
Have they? All right.
They've tried to give them both away.
Is Luck back?
No.
He's not back. Is he be back soon? Extra point is good. And as Sim ponders the fate of Andrew Luck, he'll be back.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
46-6, 2:29 to go. So Ben just informed me that Andrew Luck has just started throwing the ball, not even in practice, just literally throwing the football.
What I heard the other day was they had cleared him to practice, and what that meant is he was cleared to stretch with the team.
That's what cleared for practice means.
Yeah,
he can stretch.
He was cleared to stretch. So.
Fielded at the 15. And bottled up short of the 25.
Number 20.
Oh, man. Throwing new numbers.
You got the lights.
Robert Malcolm.
Back up close to the 25-yard line. Back deep also for that kick for the Tigers was number 5, Caden Gerber.
So Gavin King has got the rest of the night off. He's walking around. He looks okay.
Number 40 for Lima Central, Dylan Wilson was the tackler on that kickoff.
Colton Moore has taken over.
The 1st and 10 for the Tigers, ball on the 29-yard line.
Gavin's night is done.
Correction, 24-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 24. Colton Moore running for his life. And is going to lose 2.
Colton Moore on the keeper for the Tigers.
I think that's just reps right now for Colton. You know, it takes a little bit of time out there to kind of get a feel for the pocket and how to step up in the pocket and kind of evade some rushers. And right now, I think.
And we've even seen it on the pass. The passes aren't just quite there. You know, that last interception was off the fingertips of Winger, and some of them been a little short. And, you know, that all just comes with practice.
So a loss of 3, it's going to be 2nd down and 13. And Colton keeps it himself and not much.
Colton Moore on the keeper for the Tigers. No gain on the play.
And timeout on the field as we've got a Thunderbird player down. And so the Cubs won. And who do they have? What do they have coming up for the Cubs?
They're going to start playing the Dodgers, who are here at the end of the year. We're playing some pretty awesome baseball. You know that they're going to be a tough team to beat. But you know, I have faith in the Cubs can maybe pull this out. So. You know, the Indians got knocked off by the Yankees, which I was sort of hoping to see an Indians-Cubs World Series again. I thought that would be pretty good. But
I'm just happy anytime the Yankees are eliminated.
Well, you know, the Yankees are a little different now that Rodriguez is gone. And
well, that's true, but they're still the Yankees.
They're still the Yankees. I mean, it's, you know, it's. They're not.
Until somebody that doesn't have the last name of Steinbrenner owns the Yankees.
You're not going to be. Well, that's that East Coaster in you.
Yeah, that's true. 3rd down and 13. Moore running for his life again. Boy, he got hit pretty late out there.
Gain of 5 yards on the play.
I don't think Colton was very happy about it.
Tackle on the play by Lima Central's number 16, Darius Harris.
And you never know with Colton's temperament what he might do about it. So.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
It's going to be 4th down, and Huffer will come out to punt the football away. And number 16 hobbling off for the Thunderbirds. Darius Hairston.
Number 3, Sean Thomas. Number 9, Ron Banks.
Evan Kitt.
Reset the game clock to 1 minute, 2 seconds, please. 1:02. Thank you.
Well, we're going to add 6 seconds to the clock. High punt and gets a nice Bluffton bounce. down near the 40.
Rolls to a stop on the 40-yard line. Will be 1st and 10, Lima Central.
So 1st and 10 Thunderbirds. 49 seconds left to go in the third. We have a update on the Adams Central game by chance? 23-21. Adams Central still on top, but the lead's been cut to 2. 23-21. So right now it's Bailey's field goal.
Yeah.
That is it's keeping them on top. Schultz on the pitch out.
Logan Schultz on the carry for Lima Central. Gain of 3 yards.
Winner of that game will be the ACAC champion.
I think, didn't the Jets beat Woodland last year to win the ACAC, didn't they?
For Lima Central, going to 44 yards.
Was that the game that I think Woodland won when Adams Central went for 2 on the last play of the game?
You may be right.
And they stopped them short.
You may be right.
Logan Schultz on the carry.
That should wind down the third quarter. 46-6 at the end of 3. We will take a break. Be right back.
A new adventure awaits. Above the clouds, beneath the waves, among the rocks, powered by the light around us. Each moment of time is precious. Go higher, deeper, further. Pursue your dreams. Powered by light. Any light never needs a battery. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
Welcome back. We head to the fourth, 46-6 as the regular season winding down. Sectionals next week. And again, if you're late joining us, we will not be covering the sectional games. Tough decision that we had to make, but the IHSA raised their rates 400%, literally kind of pricing us right out of the market to cover those games. We have always tried to cover all 3 schools ever since we started WellsCountyVoice.com. We could probably financially afford to do 1 game, but we didn't feel like that was fair to the other schools. So because of that, at this point, we will not be covering any sectional games. This is Banks on the carry. And Tigers do a nice job
Ron Banks on the carry for Lima Central. No gain on
holding him to no gain. And it's going to be 4th down.
Tackle on the play by 33.
And this is going to be an interesting call. And they will bring out the punt unit.
For Lima Central, ball to 47-yard line.
I'm just guessing if we were playing Woodland,
they would have
gone for it.
I guarantee that.
Hairston will come
there
out.
There could have been 2 minutes left on the game, and Woodland would have went for it.
High snap pulled down. Hairston with a nice high end-over-end kick. It's a little bit of a Bluffton bounce, and they'll start about the 22. So again, just to kind of finish that, it's certainly was not our preference not to carry the sectional games. We contacted the IHSAA. We kind of said, hey, we really can't afford this increase, and they said, well, make us a proposal for a lump sum to cover tournaments throughout the entire school year. And so we put together a proposal. It was literally 4 digits, first digit not being 1. And I got the message today about 10 o'clock that they had determined that accepting that proposal was not in their best interest. Now, I don't know about you, Sin, but anybody who offers me 4 digits,
I'm taking it.
It's probably pretty much in my interest to go ahead and take it. But pass is complete to Kaiser, and Boy, kind of an awkward tackle over there, and Kaiser's going to come off limping.
Sort of hit him right in the side of the knee.
Johnston will come in and replace Kaiser as Blake will get a little bit of attention. And, boy, we don't want to see anybody get hurt with 10 minutes left in this football game. So pick up a 2, 2nd down and 8. Again, Colton Moore. Gavin King is done for the night. Pulls it down, keeps it himself. We'll pick up a couple. We'll bring up 3rd down and 6. So unless something significant happens between now and next Friday, this will be our last football call of the night, or of the year.
So that offer you made them was for football, and basketball, and baseball?
Yeah, so they said make us an offer for all of the postseason games for the year. One lump sum payment. And Moore keeps it, and he's going to be dropped short.
Moore on the keeper for the Tigers, gained him a couple yards.
So you had all three. Well,
all three schools.
Was that also? Would that also have included like your Leo and?
No, I kept that out of the proposal. Just to try to further entice them to accept it, that we wouldn't cover as many schools, would narrow our focus, but not in the best interest of the IHSAA. Tell you what, Huffer has kicked the ball well tonight. I mean, that is a bright spot for the evening.
Nick Huffer's kick is down by number 19 for the Tigers, DeMonte McCary. Close to the 24-yard
Moore was back deep for Lima Central.
Also back deep on that play was.
So if anybody wants to know more about that whole situation, you're welcome to drop us an email, and we'll be glad to return any calls. But it will be the first time in a decade that this community will not find Wells County sectional coverage on the Voice Sports Network, and we're pretty disappointed.
I'm just shocked that that's the stance that the IHSAA took. You'd think they would want as much, recognition for the kids,
right,
as they could get.
And that was kind of part of the conversation we had with them is, hey, look, we're covering schools that otherwise probably don't get covered if we're not available.
Right.
And, they claim their mission is to have as many schools covered as possible.
Yeah, you're not going to see the Fort Wayne television stations coming down covering a Bluffton Bremen football game.
Right.
So.
Looks like we've got some new personnel in for Lima Central. Number 12.
Nathan Stolley on the carry for Lima Central.
We have a bunch of Stollies on this football team. So Nathan, who is a freshman, is taken over for Brendan, who's a senior, skipping over a relation, I'm assuming, of Nevin, who's a sophomore. They're all quarterbacks. And we get a Bluffton penalty tacked on.
After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 10 for Lima Central, ball on the 50-yard line.
So, again, just to kind of go back to the IHSAA story, get this play in. We'll talk about it some more. Hand off to number 40, Reed Wenger in on the tackle. It's Dylan Wilson. So we went back and we looked at how much we have given the IHSAA in fees since we started. And we only could go back to 2011, which leaves off about 3 years. And I'm not going to give you the total number, but it's 5 digits and the first digit is not a 1 or a 2. So you can kind of do the math there. That's how much money we have. And they have increased the fees 400%. Oh, not good tackling by the Tigers.
No.
And number 4, Rossi Moore, is going to take it in. And that
goes 48 yards and a touchdown.
That's not good football right there. The Tigers trying to push a guy down rather than wrapping him up. So 52-6 with 7 minutes 20 seconds left. Yeah, the other, and again, I mean, obviously, it's important to me to be able to cover these teams and these kids, and the 2-point conversion is good.
Number 10 for Lima Central, Savon Carter.
So we'll take a break. Be right back.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice in northern Indiana. Are you suffering from chronic pain? Maybe you just had a knee replacement, or are an athlete injured during a recent game, or just someone who tweaked your back perfecting your golf swing. Choose IPT for your physical therapy. IPT is a cost-effective therapy provider who accepts all insurance plans. We offer the highest credentialed and most reputable staff in the area. We're open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and can schedule you the same day you call. You can find any of our 17 Indiana Physical Therapy locations near you and know that we will assist you in getting you back to work, play, and life. Contact IPT or your physician to start your therapy today. Celebrating 29 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit indianapt.com.
54-6, Thunderbirds, 7:20 to go. And unfortunately, the other thing that this does is, because we've now kind of been priced out, the other sports which we have really tried to cover that have never been covered before. I mean, prior to us kind of getting into this market, girls basketball never got coverage. And we have consistently covered not only girls basketball, but postseason for girls basketball. Tigers do manage to hold on to that, so that's not going to get covered. We have done baseball and girls softball. That's going to go by the wayside. A few years ago, the Norwell girls soccer team went pretty deep in the postseason. We went out and we did soccer games, and so there's just a lot of sports that we have tried to cover that have never gotten any coverage before. And unfortunately, that's just not going to be able to happen any longer. And I don't know, we're very sad about it, but at some point, you just can't afford to do it. I mean, it's just
you can't take a bath in the whole thing. So Coleman.
Yep. Cameron Coleman on the carry.
Little gain on the play.
So the Tigers reserves have taken over. Heaton Nern under center.
Second down and 9 for the Tigers. Ball at 21-yard line.
Boy, even the Lima Central second string is
yeah, there's some big guys out there in there. I mean, what was that number?
72 and 66.
Yeah, number 66 is 6'2", 215. He's a senior. 72, 6'1", 192.
I think they lied a little on that one.
What are you suggesting, Sam?
I'm suggesting he's about, I believe the 6'2", but I think he's more like about 220.
Lima Central, Bryce Gotti.
Third down and 1.
Third down and 9 for the Tigers. Ball to 20.
Not third down and 1. Third down and 9, I'm sorry. And Nern's going to drop back, put the ball in the air, and it's complete. First down pickup.
It's a nice looking pass.
Gerber on the
pass is complete to number 5.
on the reception.
Gerber, gain of almost 15 yards on the play.
So for a Bluffton Tiger,
first down.
First
Tackle
down.
on the play by number 12, Nathan Stolley for Lima Central. First and 10 for the Tigers. Ball on the 38-yard line.
Boy, the Bluffton trainer tonight has been a busy guy. Cameron on the carry. So Cameron Coleman
6 yards on the play.
picks up 6.
Tackle on the play by number 72 for Lima Central, Keegan Zupan. The second down and 3 for the Tigers. Ball on the 45-yard
So
line.
second down and 3. Clock rolling on. It's at 4:44. Handoff to the man in motion. Good penetration by Lima Central defense. Will drop the Tigers for a loss.
Robert Malcolm on the carry for the Tigers.
Was Malcolm on the carry, and it's going to be third down and 6.
Number 40 was in on the tackle for Lima Central, Dylan Wilson. The third down and 6 for the Tigers. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Well, when we looked at the schedule, Sim, we knew these last 2 weeks
Yep.
were going to be tough. And Nern drops back, good protection for him. Throwing downfield and nearly picked off, had the two Thunderbird defenders not bumped into one another. Number 12, Nathan Stoley, and number 81, Joey Reinhardt.
Hayden Nern's pass was intended for Caleb Riley. Falls incomplete. Brings up fourth down and 6 for the Tigers. Ball on the 42-yard line still.
Intended for number 84, Caleb Riley. And fourth down, Tigers will go for it. And complete for a first down. Gerber with another reception. And Nern with a couple of decent-looking passes. Moves the sticks for the Bluffton Tigers.
Tackle on the play is by number 12, Nathan Stolley for Lima Central.
You know, Caden got some early starts this year.
Yeah, he
in
did.
The first 3 games. So, AC Jets, 30-21. And Coleman running hard here late in the ball game.
So the Jets pulled it off.
So the Jets will win the ACAC crown. And
congratulations to Adams Central.
That is a pretty impressive win.
Number 10, Savon Carter for Lima Central.
30-21.
The Tigers ball on the 37-yard line.
Jets were obviously the clear favorites in their sectional. Nern chased, and we'll just throw it away.
Hayden Nern's pass intended for number 85, Trevor Stolley, incomplete. Fans, we just received this
Looking
score
for
in
Trevor
the
Stolley.
The score is Adams Central 30, Woodland 21.
That score just announced
There's a
here
few
at the stadium,
Central.
and there was 4 people who applauded.
Well, obviously they haven't been around long enough to dislike Woodland as much as I do. Because I would have cheered a little louder.
He's
for
just
that.
he's just kidding. We love all
Woodland.
of our ACAC teams. Incomplete. It's going to be 4th and 4. See if the Tigers can dial up a 4th down play and keep this late drive alive. Nern drops back, pressure on, and he's going to be sacked.
Hayden Nern is sacked by Lima Central's number 40.
Well, the reserves got a good drive going, but it stalls, and
Lima Central will take
with
over
2:20 to go,
10,
the second team defense will try to keep them out of the end zone.
43-yard line.
And what could be the last drive of the night. Inside handoff, and about a 6-7 yard gain. Gets it out near midfield.
Dylan Wilson on the carry for Lima Central. Gain of 6 yards on the
Back
play.
home next week. It'll be a 7:30 start. Be sure to come on out
Be second down and
to the
4
home
for
field.
Lima Central, ball on the 49-yard line.
Taking on the Bremen Lions. Both teams were 4-4 coming into the evening. Sagarin Ratings has Bremen about a 2-touchdown favorite, if you want to believe those sort of stats. Okay, they've got an offensive lineman out there, Sim, number 76. He's a freshman, 5'10", 287.
Wow.
Do you think we've got a guy along the defensive line right now that tops 180?
You'd have to add 2 of them together to get to that. Wow.
And they're going to take a knee and run this thing out. So the Tigers will wrap up the regular season 4-5. Thunderbirds come in, hand the Tigers a 54-6 loss. And we will turn this over to our sponsors. Be back in a few minutes with some post-game comments.
To the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look, but old-fashioned integrity.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Get the $6.99 any deal at your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton.
A new adventure awaits. Above the clouds, beneath the waves, among the rocks, powered by the light around us. Each moment of time is precious. Go higher, deeper, further. Pursue your dreams. Powered by light. Any light never needs a battery. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
Welcome back to WalesCountyVoice.com. It is a final here. 54-6 is your final. We'll get some final stats up here in just a minute. And we'll get expecting the coach to come up. Yeah, let's put him right there. Get his mic ready for us. And if we can find, put him in that slot right there. There he is. All right. So here's some final stats. First downs, Tigers 12, Lima 16. Total offensive yardage, Tigers did put up 205 yards in offense to 428 for Lima Central. Tigers ran 56 offensive plays. Lima Central 49. Time of possession, Tigers 27 minutes and change. Lima Central just under 21. Tigers passing tonight finishes up 10 for 20, 4 picks tonight. As the Tigers turned the ball over 5 times, Lima Central was 3 for 16 with 1 pick. On the ground tonight, Tigers 36 carries for 97 yards. Lima Central piled up 338 yards on the ground. Sean Thomas, nine carries for 141 yards. That's pretty different, pretty decent yards per carry. Logan Schultz, 15 carries for 76. Brendan Stoley, again, 6 for 13, 1 pick, 90 yards. Reed Wenger, 1 reception for 46. Caden Gerber, 2 for 32. Blake Kaiser, 4 for 20. Blake Kaiser, 1 for 9. Lockwood and Malcolm also with receptions and short gains. Tigers defensively tonight, Everett Johnson finishes with 5 solo tackles and 3 assists. Colton Moore 4-1, Jaden Stepp 3-1. Reed Wenger with 3 solo tackles. Penalties, I think I misspoke at halftime. The Tigers did have a penalty, but it was declined. So I think the only penalty that actually went in the book was that that face mask, that 5-yard face mask, inadvertent face mask. In the second half, the Tigers did pick up a second penalty, a 15-yard variety. Thunderbirds 7 penalties for 80 yards. Punts tonight, Tigers punted the ball 5 times, averaged 36 yards per punt, so a decent night for Brett Huffer punting the football tonight. Lima Central scoring tonight, 12 in the first, 24 in the second, 13 in the third, 8 in the fourth. Tigers picked up their sole touchdown in the second quarter. A Gavin King 46-yard pass to Reed Wenger. That was a 4-play, 68-yard drive. We do have that in our replay clip, so let's go ahead and look at that touchdown one more time tonight and enjoy it. Gavin King near midfield here. And he is going to move out of the pocket just a few steps to the left, and he's going to throw a strike right into the arms of Reed Wenger. Perfectly thrown football for the Tigers. Only touchdown tonight. I think the good news tonight is, although we had a few nicks, everybody I think appears to be okay. Gavin King did end the night early and looked like he was okay, Sim.
Yeah, I mean, they were checking him out. I didn't really see anything too critical, but
so maybe we'll get a chance to ask Coach about that here. He's talking to his football team right now, and he should be up to talk to us shortly. So Gavin King did give way to Colton Moore late, kind of midway through the second half. Colton finishes tonight 2 for 4 with 1 pick. He did run the ball 6 times for 14 yards. Kind of an interesting start offensively. I think Gavin ran the football for the first 4 or 5
plays. Yeah.
And again, I don't know if that was specifically by design or whether there were some options there for Gavin. He opted just to keep the ball himself. But we've seen so many games this year where coaches kind of thrown out some trick plays early and pretty heavy dose of of Brandon early, but tonight Gavin King
Yep.
with the football several times to start off the football game. Didn't start well for the Tigers, as I think the first play of the game offensively resulted in a fumble. So the Thunderbirds got off to a quick start. Coach talking a little longer.
Yeah,
down there
he's
tonight.
talking quite a while tonight. We're used to him being up here by now. As we put Hayden to work taking the sign down.
If you just knew how to take all the camera equipment down up top, that'd be really sweet. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us here in this regular season. Tigers, a lot of highlights this year, and the crowds were big. The enthusiasm was back. Coach has really, from an attitude standpoint and from a performance standpoint, has made a lot of strides this year. And they have been games that have really been a joy to come and be a part of. And
yeah, it was really it was a nice year watching Coach Kunkel, starting his first year and getting, you could see the kids really taking to his style of coaching and
yep.
and his vision for this team. So they'll build on that.
Coach has always been very humble about his role in this program, and I'm sure we'll hear some of that here in just a little bit as he makes his way up to the press box. And again, we knew these last two games were going to be difficult, and we were proven to be right. But you go back, you look at that Adams Central game, and you look what Adams Central did against Woodland tonight, and there's a reason that game was as tough as it was. Well, Coach, regular season is in the books, and then just as kind of your first year, kind of take us along a journey here and talk about what has this year been like for you? Has there been surprises? Has there been anything that's kind of been unexpected, or has this thing kind of played out the way you expected it to play out?
I mean, you look at that's what I kind of talked to the team about. You look at the grand scheme of things. We're 4-5. And everybody in the city picked us to finish last in the ACAC. We won 3 conference games for the first time since 2012. We won 4 games for the first time in 4 years maybe. So look at the grand. It's hard coming off the last 2 weeks to find some of those things, but I like where we're at. I really do. We're just we're struggling a bit. But that's a product of the teams we played. Adams Central, did they end up beating?
They won 30-21.
Yeah, they're good. Lima Central Catholic is 7-1 now. They've already qualified for the playoffs in Ohio. Not everybody qualifies for the playoffs in Ohio, so they've already qualified in their division. They're a top 3 team in their division. The coach told me so. It's good. We got to get better. I got to get better. Coaching wise, I've been out coached 2 weeks in a row, so. Ultimately, responsibility falls on me to get this team ready, and I haven't done that the last 2 weeks. So hopefully, we get working on Bremen tomorrow. So,
and just to give our listeners some perspective, we're talking about a Lima team that beat Woodland earlier in the year. You're talking about Adams Central team that just beat Woodland tonight, 30-21, and those are the 2 teams we finish up with.
Right.
They are quality football teams. Woodland is a quality football team.
Yeah. I'll look it up later, but the combined record of the teams that we lost to this year has got to be phenomenal.
Huge. Yeah, absolutely.
Northfield had 1 loss coming in the night. Adams Central had 2. South Adams had 2. This team had 1. Woodland had 1. So we're playing good teams. The hope is that playing these good teams like this gets you ready for the playoffs. But we gotta figure some things out. We got to come together as a team a little bit. We had some issues tonight, which are normal growth issues that when you're trying to change the culture of a program, sometimes it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and that falls on me. So we gotta. It's year 1. How many Bluffton fans would take in 4-5? at the beginning of the year.
And look in the stands, Coach. I mean, this place was packed tonight.
Sure.
I mean, the community support right now has been something that I really haven't seen since we've been covering this football team.
And that's all. And I'd love to thank the fans for coming out. We haven't given them a lot to cheer about the last 2 weeks, but I think again, it's hard to look at in the moment when you're coming off it like that. But when you look at the whole season in perspective, I feel like we've done a lot of things to put ourselves in position to kind of change a culture and to change a community view on football and those kind of things. So that's what we'll take out of it, but I don't want to sit here and reflect on a season when we still got games to play. So, but
and speaking of that, is this week any different than any other week for you?
The one we just finished?
Well, this coming week that you're coming into.
Right. I mean, it's a finality. That's what I just talked to the guys about. I said, we can revert back to who we were 3 out of the last 5 weeks, or we can do what we've done the last 2 and it'll be over in a week. So it's just that's the hard part with high school sports is the finality, and that's what I told the seniors. I go, if we can't figure some stuff out in a week, we'll be sitting here a week from now and you're done. Like, you won't play again for Bluffton. So you gotta live in the moment and embrace the moments and cherish the chances you get to play, but just understand, like, there's a finality to it, and if we don't approach it with that way, next week could be it. So
at this point, do you know much about that Bremen squad?
I mean, we've looked at a couple things. They're pretty traditional on offense. They run some eye stuff. They run some some power running, but they also will spread it here and there. Defensively, they play a 4-man front. So it'll be a good test for us. They play in a really, really good conference. They play in a really good league. They play really good teams. It's going to be a test for us. And like I said, my job is to get us in position to win games, and I haven't done that the last 2 weeks. So I'll be evaluating everything, starting tonight. So.
Well, I know I mentioned the same. I was like, when's the last time that there was an opening round sectional game here at Bluffton? And it seems like, boy, there hasn't been many.
I've never had one. Yeah, in the years I coached with Coach Kolkman and Coach Hudgens, we were always on the road.
I think we remember when we won a sectional game, the next game was here.
We won a game with Coach Hudgens at Madison Grant, and we played Oak Hill here. With Coach Kolkman, we won a game at Eastern
when it was like 2 degrees.
And then we played Oak Hill here. That was worse weather that night. That was rain, and we were getting our butt kicked. So yeah, it'll be nice to be at home, and Bremen's got a 2-hour bus drive to get here. So,
and just a reminder, it's a 7:30 start.
Yeah, we will
guys.
play at 7:30 next week. So we hope, again, but we gotta get our minds right. We gotta kind of hit the reset button. The good news is we're 0-0. So we just we hope we can rebound quick.
And health wise, I mean, how are the guys coming out tonight?
We've got some things to look at. Tim will be here tomorrow morning. We got some guys to evaluate. So we'll see where we're at. Yeah, I don't want to.
Sure. No, I get it. I understand, Coach. Well, Coach, thank you as always.
Appreciate it.
And good luck next week.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. All right. Sim and I will wrap things up here. And Sim, we got the player of the game we got to take care of. And I'm going to narrow it down for 2 for you.
You're going to narrow it down for me?
I'm going to let you take it from there.
All right.
Brett Huffer.
Nick Huffer.
Brett, why do I always say Brett? Nick Huffer and Everett Johnson are my 2. Everett tonight had 5 solo tackles, 3 assists. Brett
and Nick had some awesome pups.
Nick. I had a fraternity brother who was Brett Huffer. I have called Nick Brett so many times. Go back to the baseball games.
You know what? I'm going to go with Nick Huffer.
All right.
Nothing against Everett's defense and his tackles, but those punts pinned,
and under some pressure tonight too.
Pinned them back, had some good bounces, pinned them back deep. one of them was returned, but after that he didn't allow
Right.
any of them to be returned. So I'm going to go with Nick Huffer
All
as
right,
the player of the game.
Nick Huffer is your WellsCountyVoice.com player of the game. Scott Mitchell for Sim Kiffer and David Reif, who ran the camera for us tonight. And again, we appreciate David stepping in the gap to take care of that. That's going to do it for us. 54-6 is your final. Have a great night.